Hello and welcome back to my channel, Miami Star Tarot. It has been a minute since I have done a reading. I know that I have been gone for a while, but I'm back and I am just going to kind of ease my way back in. So, I'm going to try to get all the signs done here in the next week for this next coming year. I do have a new deck of cards and I had these before and I didn't like them. So I never did a reading for them. So here we go. I decided I'm going to give them a chance. They are the Crow Tarot. And I don't know, I'm feeling these cards today for Aquarius. So, and all the other signs, but I am feeling them now. Like I feel like a little drawn to them. So I will be using them. Anywho, this reading is for Aquarius. Love for the end of this year, 2022, and the beginning of next year, 2023, which surprisingly is in a little bit, in a little more than 2 weeks, if you could believe that. So these cards are like really, really new. I have shuffled them prior to this, but never used them before. So they have the feel of extremely stiff, slippery new cards. All right, here we go. I want to give them some good energy, warm them up, Aquarius, before I start your reading. So this is for Aquarius. What do we have for love here in the next, I don't know, 2-3 weeks maybe? Could be happening now for sure, but this is more of a reading of the expectation, the direction of what we can expect for Aquarius. Love for Aquarius. Love for Aquarius. Love for Aquarius. Let's do one more. Okay, love for Aquarius. What do we have? Okay, here we go. 10 of Wands. 7 of Coins. 2 of Swords. Ace of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. And the underlying energy is the Chariot, movement, moment. It's also a card about like the right moment, resources. But this is a time card. So there is something, Aquarius, that is going to need your attention, and the timing has to be right. It's all about timing, I think. And this is a love reading. So what are we talking about? We are talking about, you have 2 10s. You have the 10 of abandonment, of finally doing something that's been on your mind, lifting a burden off your shoulders, packing it up and maybe searching for something new. I don't know. It could also be giving up something, and I'm not getting the impression here that it's an easy thing. Okay. So some of you guys out there, it may be a decision that you're going to have to make from the get-go. And it's pretty much bang on the first thing you're going to have. I mean, this needs to be resolved. You have the 10 of Chariot, which is about having to make a decision at the right time. And it's also a card that can bring a lot of freedom in some ways. It's the Chariot card where you can escape, how you can manipulate and maneuver. And that, okay, and I think I should probably back up and go to that. The way you can maneuver this is all about you and how you handle it. It's not about things that are out of your control. It's about things in your control. So I think like that energy is very heavy here, that you are in control. It may not feel that way for some people. And for some people, it just feels like this has just dragged on. But you have the control. And that is, I think, a very positive thing, even with this 10 of Wands, where it's someone just trying to pack it up and go, or, okay, you know what, time to throw all this into the basket and chuck it away. Like either we're going to move on or we are going different directions. Yin and yang, that's pulling the Chariot. Okay, so can mean a lot of different things for a lot of you Aquarians out there. It doesn't mean separation. It could also mean just finally taking the plunge into something that you had that has been weighing on your mind. But you have the 7 of Pentacles, which kind of makes me feel strongly toward this has been something long in the making. It's not something or a decision or something that you've been contemplating a couple months. I mean, this has just been something that's been really heavy on your mind. And, you know, some of this could have been groomed by you as well, in a sense, like maybe you've had your eye on a certain person, and you're with them, you've been together for a while, and you want things to go a little bit further. You may have to put your foot down this year and say either we're going to go that direction or we're not. Like, what am I doing here? Like, it's a while. So for a lot of you guys, this has been a relationship that's been going on for a while. I strongly get, just from all of that, and it's a decision with the 2 of Swords, and it's a decision that has to be made for the greater good sometimes, or something more logical versus your heart. So it has to be a decision that you have to make. Some of you guys are going to be heading for a new path in life, and it doesn't have to be negative. It could be jumping into a marriage or something like that, but it's almost a decision that you're going to have to force to happen. Like if it's going to go the positive route, because there are some positive cards down here. If you feel like you've been with this person a long time and now you want to get married, I think this is the year that you're going to have to say something. And for some of you, it'll happen. For some of you, it won't. And if you, for example, are a male watching this, it could be that you're going to be put into a situation where you're in a long-term relationship. You're going to have to make up your mind, because this person really either wants to move on. They're kind of feeling like they're wasting their time. And that is not a good feeling to have in a relationship from one of the parties. So, and it looks like this has been a while. Like you guys have been together for a while. But it doesn't mean they're going to have that patience between now and the next. You know, if you've been together 7 years, they're not going to stick around for another 7 years. And they're starting to feel those 7 years like heavy on them. And they're this kind of an urgency to move and to abandon ship and just move forward a different direction. So that's if you are a male and you're kind of watching this for yourself and you're the one that's not entirely ready for, higher commitment, then, kind of keep that in mind for yourself. If you are the female, or if you're a female that type to propose, I don't know. This is more the male energy that I just mentioned. But if you are a female, this could mean that, you know what, the time has come where you're going to have to speak up. I'm very, and I'm sorry, Aquarius, this may seem very narrow just to hit some of you Aquarians out there, not all of you. But this really feels like it's for someone that wants a relationship to go further and they're just kind of tired of waiting. It seems like if you fit that ideology of what's going on here, then it's kind of meant for you. So down here, we have a little bit of a different idea. Down here is we do have honesty. We do have marriage. So I do see marriage coming for, or a proposal, not necessarily marriage, because if you haven't been proposed to, it's not like you're gonna get married right away, most of you. So this is what it is. This is a victory. You have the Ace of Swords. It's a victory toward a commitment, marriage, a future, joining resources, joining your home, and all that stuff. So I do see marriage or a proposal coming in for a big chunk of you Aquarians out there. Okay. Not everyone, but I do. And with the three, so the three of wands in this case, I think there's just going to have to be some preparation, and there is also the possibility that you might have to I don't know, like the wedding's not going to come right away. So I feel like there's maybe that other little disappointment, but you might be waiting on something. There's something that you're just waiting for. Money. Should have known. All right, so you got the Five of Pentacles. There, like if there's a little bit of a gap or a little bit of hesitation, I feel like for a lot of you, it might have something to do with money. So back up just a little bit. You guys really should start saving. If that's the direction that you want to go, my suggestion is to save some money. Don't jump into the marriage just because you waited long enough. If you waited this long, you can wait a little bit more. Save some money for it. And the reason for that is you do not want to get into a financial situation over something that in the end is not going to be a huge deal to you later. Like, oh, I didn't have that really expensive wedding. You're not going to be thinking that way in a few years. So don't worry about having to have a very lavish wedding. Save some money, and that will put you guys in a better position. I have a feeling that it's going to happen even this year, coming year, the marriage, like even if you start saving right away. But I don't see this going that much further. Like, maybe if, let's say you get a proposal in February on Valentine's Day, okay, start saving immediately. And there's a possibility of a winter wedding. So you know what? That puts you right into December of next year. So I do see some December weddings, early winter, colder weather. So by late next year, I do see some people getting married. But save some money. Try not to finance a big wedding. That's kind of more the energy that I'm getting. I see, Aquarians, I see some weddings happening. And some of it a lot of it actually, I think for some of you is that you had to speak up. You had to say something. Or if you're the Aquarian that's being stubborn and does not feel like they want to get married, someone's going to have to bring it up to you, I guess. It works both ways. Either way, it works both ways. But I see this as a positive read. It's just very specific to a group of you, I know. So I'm seeing weddings. for quite a few of you guys for next year, colder months. Save that money, try not to take out huge loans for weddings. I'm getting that. And the prospects of having a happy marriage, long commitment are pretty good. You got this card down here, and it's like the center of that bottom part, like what's going to happen. And it's probably, it's not like the most romantic one out there, like the cups, with the rainbow and the people and the kids, but it's definitely one of long-term commitment and wealth in the home, wealth as far as money, as far as health and all that. So I see overall a good read for you, Aquarius. Thank you for visiting my channel again, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye, Aquarius.